Hey everyone, it's Flak. Everyone's got a wish list for Battlefield 2018. Most people are hoping for a robust game out of the gate, supported by regular content drops. Now, I've got my own list, which you can check out here with the link on the screen, but I'm here today to talk about 5 things Battlefield 2018 absolutely does not need. And the first one probably won't surprise you. I'm going to be talking about Premium. As a system to support games post-launch, this kind of season pass model just cannot keep pace with the success that we've seen from other games like Fortnite, which constantly have new content available to players. The scope of the DLC is often smaller, but a lot of times it's also free. This method gives developers a way to keep players interested in their game and reward them with new experiences. It also keeps the community together, which is part of the reason many games die off quickly after launch. Battlefield 1's Premium Pass brought a load of new content, but the release schedule was, we'll say, a bit botched. It took 5 months before the game's first official DLC pack was released, and by then, many players had moved on. Personally, I'd much rather have a new map every month than wait 5 months for 4 new maps, but that's just me. I don't think we'll see Premium in Battlefield 2018, since DICE has been making more and more Premium content free to players in an effort to entice them back to Battlefield 1. Of course, I said the same thing when Battlefield 1 was released, so here we are. We also have to consider Star Wars Battlefront 2, which, for all its controversy, has at least offered all post-launch content free to players. This brings me to the second thing Battlefield 2018 doesn't need, and of course, if I'm talking about Star Wars, I'm going to be talking about RNG loot boxes. RNG loot boxes are under fire from players and governments alike in the wake of the Star Wars Battlefront 2 debacle, so hopefully EA will finally put an end to them. In fact, Battlefield 1 now offers players battle packs with several guaranteed skins, so players know exactly what they're getting. It's not clear if this trend will continue into Battlefield 2018, but I'd be in favor of it, especially if optional cosmetic microtransactions were to replace Premium. Admittedly, I am a big fan of cosmetics. I think they're a great way to offer players a chance to customize their character and develop a more personal connection with the game they're playing, as long as they don't impact abilities or progression. I know microtransactions are a hot topic, but I'll pick non-invasive cosmetics over community-breaking Premium any day of the week. The third thing that Battlefield 2018 doesn't need are vehicles with quick repair. I know I hate on this feature a lot, but it absolutely killed the engineer class from previous Battlefield games. No one repairs vehicles, let alone even carries a wrench, because DICE have given players no reason to support your teammates in tanks or airplanes. This was a dimension of gameplay that I really enjoyed in games like Battlefield 4. Battlefield has always been about the interplay between classes and teammates, and after quick repair was added to the franchise, I felt like part of Battlefield's soul died. The feature also inherently makes the game more casual, catering to players who would rather camp on the hillsides with artillery trucks than support their teammates pushing objectives. Vehicle operators don't even have to exit their tank or airplane, which in my opinion compounds the issue. Fourth is a ton of game modes. The fact is, Battlefield 1 has too many game modes. The game launched with TDM, Rush, Domination, War Pigeons, Conquest, plus 40 and 64 player operations. Developers then added the excellent Frontlines game mode with the game's first DLC and kind of piled them on from there. These included Supply Drop, Conquest Assault, Air Assault, and now the devs are testing single-map shock operations on the Battlefield 1 community test environment. There's also a lot of work going into Battlefield's competitive game experience incursions, so if you do the math, that totals up to like 13 different game modes. Now, I'm not cutting down DICE's efforts to innovate with game modes, and kudos to them for offering variety. Incursions, frontlines, and operations are all a blast, but I do question the amount of development time that went into the other game modes that few people play. I've asked the community what they value most in a DLC, and the answer is always weapons, maps, and vehicles. Game modes consistently rank last in the polls, and Battlefield has always been about one game mode: Conquest. Big maps, objectives, and all-out air, land, and sea warfare. For Battlefield 2018, I'd really like to see DICE focus on offering solid maps, weapons, and vehicles before adding the occasional new game mode. And lastly, the number one thing Battlefield 2018 doesn't need is, well, I don't have to tell you what it is based on the comments. You guys already know. Every video game developer is hopping on board the Battle Royale bus, airplane, or whatever delivery vehicle they come up with next. I'll admit Battle Royale games are fun, and I do enjoy watching them, but I'm not sure it really fits what Battlefield is all about. However, there's no doubt DICE could put together a compelling version of the game. It'd be really cool to see a Battle Royale game running on the Frostbite engine with Battlefield's netcode, which has been shown to be better than both Fortnite and Battlegrounds. The challenge would be bringing an experience that sets it apart from its two biggest competitors. And since I just talked about Battlefield 1 having too many game modes, using up a lot of developer resources, I'd much rather DICE focus on making Battlefield 2018 a worthy entry to the franchise. And again, these are all my personal opinions. If you disagree with them, that's fine. Tell me down below what you think Battlefield 2018 absolutely doesn't need. I read a lot of comments about random bullet deviation or suppression. Tell me your thoughts down below in the comments, and maybe I'll put together a community video. In the meantime, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, share, and subscribe. Be sure to hit the bell for the latest on Battlefield 2018 developments. To take your Battlefield 1 game to the next level, you can check out the Battlefield 1 Ultimate Utility app with a link in the video description. And as always, thanks for watching.